The Hunger Games Trilogy Summary. Part 1. The Hunger Games. The dystopian nation of Panem, built on the ruins of North America, the capital rules over 12 oppressed districts. As punishment for a past rebellion, the capital forces each district to send 2 teenagers, 1 boy and 1 girl, to fight to the death in an annual televised event called the Hunger Games. 16-year-old Katniss Everdeen lives in District 12, the poorest coal mining district. She illegally hunts in the Forbidden Woods with her friend Gale to feed her family, her depressed mother and younger sister Prim. When Prim's name is drawn for the games, Katniss volunteers to take her place, becoming District 12's female tribute alongside Peeta Mellark, the baker's son who once saved her from starvation. Their mentor, Haymitch Abernathy, a drunk former victor, initially seems hopeless but eventually helps them develop a strategy. During training, Katniss demonstrates her archery skills privately to the game makers, earning a high score. Peeta publicly declares his love for Katniss during interviews, creating the narrative of star-crossed lovers that captivates the audience. In the arena, a deadly outdoor environment, tributes fight while the nation watches. Katniss survives by avoiding other tributes, finding water, and forming a brief alliance with Rue, a young girl from District 11 who reminds her of Prim. When Rue is killed, Katniss covers her body with flowers in an act of defiance that sparks unrest in District 11. The game makers change the rules to allow 2 winners from the same district, reuniting Katniss with the injured Peeta. She nurses him back to health while maintaining their romantic facade for the cameras. When they're the last 2 survivors, the game makers revoke the rule change, forcing them to fight each other. Instead, Katniss suggests they both eat poisonous berries, choosing death together over killing each other. Faced with having no victor, the capital allows both to win. Their act of defiance, though subtle, plants seeds of rebellion throughout Panem. Part 2. Catching Fire. Katniss and Peeta return home as victors, but their lives remain complicated. Katniss struggles with PTSD and guilt over the tributes who died. President Snow visits her, revealing that her berry stunt inspired uprisings across the districts. He threatens her family's safety unless she convinces everyone that her actions were motivated by love, not rebellion. During the victory tour of all districts, Katniss and Peeta witness the growing unrest their defiance has inspired. Despite their efforts to quell rebellion, protests continue. In District 11, an old man is executed for whistling Rue's Mockingjay tune. The situation escalates when District 8 rebels openly, and other districts follow suit. Back in District 12, a new head peacekeeper named Thread implements harsh punishments. Gale is publicly whipped for hunting, and Katniss realizes the capital will never leave them in peace. Her relationship with Gale becomes strained as he advocates for violent resistance, while she fears for her family's safety. For the 75th Hunger Games, a quarter, well, that occurs every 25 years with special rules precedent. Snow announces that tributes will be selected from existing victors. This means Katniss must return to the arena. Peeta volunteers to go with her, and Haymitch trains them while secretly coordinating with other victors who plan to protect Katniss. In the arena, a tropical environment with a poisonous fog, deadly monkeys, and other horrors arranged like a clock, Katniss allies with Finnick Odair, Johanna Mason, and other victors. She slowly realizes they're all working together to keep her alive, though she doesn't understand why. The arena becomes a battleground between two groups, those protecting Katniss and the career tributes hunting her. As the games progress, Katniss discovers that many victors are part of a rebel plot. In the climax, she uses her bow to destroy the arena's force field, causing a massive explosion. She awakens to find herself rescued by rebels, including Haymitch and Plutarch Heavensby, the new head game maker who was secretly working for the Resistance. However, Peeta has been captured by the Capitol and District 12 has been bombed into rubble. Only a few hundred survivors, including her mother and sister, escaped to District 13, a district everyone believed was destroyed, but actually exists underground. Part 3, Mockingjay. Katniss finds herself in District 13, a militaristic underground society led by President Alma Coin. The district survived the dark days by going underground and developing nuclear weapons. Now they're waging open war against the Capitol, and they want Katniss to be their symbol, the Mockingjay, to inspire the districts to full rebellion. Initially reluctant, Katniss agrees to be the Mockingjay in exchange for immunity for Peeta and the other captured victors, and the right to personally kill President Snow. She works with a film crew to create propaganda videos, or propos, to inspire the districts. Her friend Gale joins District 13's military and helps design weapons. The war escalates as districts fall to the rebels one by one. During a rescue mission to the Capitol, they save Peeta, Johanna, and other victors. However, Peeta has been hijacked, tortured, and conditioned to see Katniss as a deadly enemy. His memories of her have been distorted with tracker-jacker venom, making him violent and unstable around her. As the war progresses, Katniss struggles with the moral complexity of rebellion. She witnesses District 13's ruthless tactics and begins to question whether President Coin is truly better than President Snow. The rebels bomb a hospital. Children are used as shields, and the lines between right and wrong blur. Peeta slowly recovers through therapy, learning to distinguish between real and hijacked memories. Meanwhile, Gale becomes increasingly ruthless in his approach to warfare, designing bombs that target rescuers, a tactic that disturbs Katniss. In the final assault on the Capitol, Katniss joins a special unit despite orders to stay back. The mission becomes deadly as they navigate the Capitol's booby-trapped streets. Many of her squad members die, including Finnick. When they reach Snow's mansion, they find children being used as human shields around it. Rebel medics, including Prim, arrive to help the children. Suddenly, parachutes drop from hovercrafts appearing to be gifts, but actually containing bombs. The explosion kills many children and medics. Prim dies trying to help the wounded, devastating Katniss. Conclusion. After the war, with the Capitol defeated, President Coin proposes a final Hunger Games using Capitol children. When the surviving victors vote, Katniss votes. Yes, but secretly plans to kill Coin instead of Snow at his execution. At Snow's public execution, Katniss shoots her arrow at President Coin instead, killing her. Snow dies laughing, possibly choking on his own blood. Katniss is arrested but eventually acquitted due to mental instability from trauma. She returns to District 12, which is being rebuilt. Peeta also returns, and slowly they rebuild their relationship as he continues recovering from his hijacking. Gale takes a job in District 2, and they grow apart due to their different philosophies about violence and his possible involvement in the bombing that killed Prim. Years later, Katniss and Peeta have married and have 2 children. The Hunger Games are abolished, and the districts are rebuilding as a democratic republic. Though Katniss still suffers from nightmares and PTSD, she has found a measure of peace. The story ends with Katniss playing with her children in the meadow where she once hunted, having survived not just the games and the war, but the challenge of finding hope and healing in a world that tried to break her. The dandelion, a symbol of hope and resilience, grows in the meadow, representing the possibility of renewal even after the darkest times. Themes and legacy. The Hunger Games Trilogy explores themes of survival, the corruption of power, the cost of war, media manipulation, and the resilience of the human spirit. Through Katniss's journey from a girl trying to save her sister to a reluctant symbol of revolution, Suzanne Collins examines how ordinary people can spark extraordinary change, while also questioning whether violent revolution truly leads to lasting peace. The story serves as both a thrilling dystopian adventure and a complex meditation on politics, trauma, and the price of survival in an unjust world. Loved this summary? Hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell for more book wisdom. Let me know what book to cover next in the comments.